Illinois State Police issue tens of thousands of citations each year for drivers and passengers who don't put on a seatbelt. It's a problem almost 40 years since the seatbelt law went into effect. WIFR reporter Alyssa Kelly talks with authorities about why the click it law doesn't stick.
In late 1984, Illinois senators and representatives approved a bill requiring drivers and front seat passengers in vehicles to buckle up. On July 1st, 1985, it became a law.
People just think, oh, I'm just going down the road, I'm going to the store, I'm going to Subway, whatever. You know, it's not far, I don't need to put my seatbelt on.
In Illinois, everyone inside a vehicle must use a seatbelt, even if there are airbags.
A lot of crashes happen close to home, so wear your seatbelt.
This year alone, state police have issued more than 7,000 tickets and more than 5,000 warnings to people who didn't buckle up. One ticket can set you back $164.
A lot of times, yes, there's obviously severe accidents happen on the interstate because you're going at higher speeds, but people tend to put their seatbelt on the interstate. You see it more when you're in town, not going far. People are like, oh, I don't need my seatbelt.
Matthew Kalnins is deputy chief of the Oregon Police Department and says the number of citations is up in that city.
Just because there's so much more traffic on the road in the summertime, everybody's traveling from here to there, going on vacations. We see a lot more drivers on the road that aren't wearing their seatbelts.
Oregon police keep an eye out for anyone not wearing a seatbelt, according to Kalnins, and take part in special details that enforce the Click It or Ticket campaign.
We're upping our enforcement on traffic, speeding, reckless driving, improper lane usage, stuff like that. And then also with that, we're looking for seatbelts, cell phone use, anything that could cause other drivers harm or try to just up the safety of everybody.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, seatbelts save more than 15,000 lives each year in the United States.
Thank you, Alyssa. And Illinois State Police want to also remind drivers the law requires a properly worn seatbelt, which is across the chest and the waist, not behind your arm or back.